Hello and welcome back. As we are gonna soon, around 9 as I mentioned, gonna head into the matchup between SkinLordz and Aesthetic, and we had a bit of a talk. So you're thinking, if Aesthetic get the ball rolling, that's the only way they can do this, right?
I think for Aesthetic, being in the position they are in, they have free reign to take any risk they want to take in plans of tactical play. So the potential is there for a surprise for SkinLordz, and I feel like that if they get the ball rolling initially on Train, if they get SkinLordz slightly, perhaps even tilted, they have a very good chance on Mirage afterwards. So I feel like Aesthetic still have a chance in this, but they really need to be on top of their game, and they need to have some sort of surprise packed in. Otherwise, it should be just a plain wipe.
That is true, because last week, as I already mentioned before, like Gaborik mentioned that when Sports was playing against Aesthetic, they were looking a lot stronger, and they were taking rounds against from Vazd, and it kind of worked out for them. So I think like playing against Latvians, like domestic duel, I think it could get really interesting, and anything can happen.
Domestic duels are always upsetting either way, if you're winning or if you're not winning, and if you're that sort of mentally that sort of person, it can really kick the whole balance of the team out. So as I said, 1 or 2 lucky kills, a few situations that are slightly go towards Aesthetic's way, and we have a match on it.
So we're thinking basically that we can head into the matchup, as we can see all the players, all the maps that are going to be played.
Yep.
And we're seeing there that I want to point out, okay, it's going to be Train and Mirage, the first map Train. I think kind of op heavy could be, and the upper on Aesthetic side's Davsti, he was looking real good last week.
Dusty, I actually know him as a player. I mean, I've played a few Faceit games with him together and been involved in a few mixes. And I do think he has a very good AVP play style in general. He has that solid play style where he doesn't shake too much. He just holds his angles and then gets the picks where it's necessary and doesn't really get carried away too much. So he's really that sort of, in my opinion, a defensive opper who can hold proper angles, which on Train can go towards Aesthetic's favor.
Definitely. On the other side, Captain, sometimes the ball is rolling for him, sometimes not, but he's still kind of consistent with it.
I feel like Captain is a bit of a more like a playmaker, so with the op, so he's going to try to look for entries, especially on Train, knowing that he knows the angles. He's played Train a lot, and he always shines there, well, almost always shines there with the AVP, so I don't feel like it's going to be too much of a task for him. But then again, who knows? Perhaps Aesthetic have some strats in their book. Perhaps they've looked at SkinLord's game style and figured something out. We don't know. So
because SkinLordz, they have been playing Train for a lot. They played the Train first week. They played Train against BESL Sports where they got demolished. And I think there's a lot of material for Aesthetic to learn from.
Yes, but I know these players personally, I know on their free time, Train is a map they feel comfortable on. I don't know that any of these players wouldn't feel comfortable. Perhaps Elvis doesn't like it that much, but I may mistake him with someone else.
He has been consistent, Elvis, all the time on top of the scoreboard almost.
Elvis is always consistent. I feel like if he's not showing up, there's something wrong either with his computer or internet. That's the only 2 days when he doesn't show up, as far as I've played with him. So I think it's definitely, I'm not really expecting him to be any different today. So
you're thinking more or so it should go SkinLord's way, but there's a chance if Aesthetic managed to get the ball rolling then.
If, as I said, if Aesthetic can make an upset initially, there's definitely a strong chance for them to take the map, or even perhaps the whole matchup.
Yeah, because Train and Mirage, so we're probably thinking, well, at least I'm thinking, on Train, SkinLordz should not make too many mistakes. That should be their map. And on Mirage, I think it could be a bit closer battle.
SkinLordz should just play solid CS and shouldn't take too many risks where it's not necessary.
Yeah, because they like to do that. They like to do that.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm guessing we're going to head into small commercial breaks since the players are getting ready. And soon, I believe, in about 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to be back with the game and the knife round on Train. So be sure to tune into that one, as now we're going into break.
You spray. You trip. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.
Well, so finally we have all the players ready. Husky is back. We're gonna jump into the match, the knife round between those two teams on train. So, like I said, they need to win the knife round, right?
They need to win the knife round. They need to take the knife round, and they need to start rolling the matches.
Definitely. Like probably on CT sides, then like the game plan probably should be the op coming in for Dovsty, like fast on, just establish dominance like that.
They should just definitely try to find a fast pick and just try to make the defense stress a bit if SkinLordz are on the CD side, and just try to make plays happen as much as they can. As I said, they have nothing to lose pretty much at this situation, so they're free to experiment, free to try new things, and make the AVP, give free reign to the AVP and see what he can do with it.
That is true, but I think we are ready to jump into the knife round right now, as all the players are ready, although we have one player who has left. Husky.
Husky has dropped out. So let's see if he can quickly join back here.
Maybe didn't turn the anti-cheat.
Probably.
So we should be ready. So I think like the players you should look out for, definitely Husky.
Player for look out for Husky, yes. Captain, especially with the AVP. Elvis, I expect only a solid rifle play from him. From T side, from aesthetic side, I'm really interested to see what Dusty has in play, as well as to see choice on rifles. I think he's a very good rifler. He has great control and good awareness of everything that's happening. So I feel like it can still be definitely a strong match. Just need to get that ball rolling for them.
Yeah, but at the moment looks like still not coming
Husky
back.
is still missing, so perhaps he's taking a quick break for himself in before. Oh, he's joined back. Says he's sorry, so we'll forgive him.
Yep, exactly. We should be ready as now the knife round will start. I do believe. And then, as we mentioned right before, like if SkinLordz take the knife round, you already mentioned, like they're going to probably take the knife round. Yeah. Like that should be the case. And if that happens, then they have to have a good plan. Because we've seen Aesthetic, they kind of struggle on T side time to time since they don't have those set plays.
They're reliant on plays happening. They're reliant on plays happening. And if the plays are not going to be happening from their own side, their own perspective, then it's going to be a really hard match for them. As expected, SkinLordz are taking the knives here, and they're probably going to stay on CD side. And just want a quick match and get it over with. And
I want to see as well if SkinLordz are they going to do the fast start just with rifles, because time to time teams just decide to go that route. Not to go for a fast op.
The wiser route would be for them to stay back a bit and just see if there are any surprises. And if there aren't any, then they can turn full-on frag mode and just try to get picks as CTs.
Yep. And now we're going to see the pistol round will come in right now. Let's see how fast Aesthetic will be, because we saw before, like, if you just run and gun with Glocks, that's the way to go.
Definitely. You need to overwhelm the players and not give them the chances to shoot those free headshots. You see two players going towards Ivy here. One's going to stay around main and two going towards B. So I feel like B players are going to be probably making some noise first, and then you should see an A site take.
So Elvis calls in for rotation for Flash to come through. But it looks like this could be an A split, since they all have like armors in here. Husky with one headshot is going to go for the second. He's going to look for a bit choice. He managed to find the kill back, now pushing forward, but there's Captain. And as we can see, the bomb is now going to be picked up, and Aesthetic is taking the control of B, almost. Well, they still have to stay here alive, and we see how far Duo has already gotten. This could be a good position, but this position will be instantly checked.
Flush are not allowing to push the T players too much up close, so they do have some control over how Ts are laying themselves out on the map on the B side, and they're just waiting for the bomb to arrive here. But it's a lot of time, and you can see already duels happening. Raw taking down Rez, as well as trying to get the planter here.
And Du goes down, only Deck left alive, and 1 against 4, and the Glock won't do enough. SkinLordz just very patient. They didn't rotate because they didn't see the bomb. They knew that 2 players were on B side, but they still didn't rotate too many players. Then only at
they knew that the bomb must have been further down, so they just had the time to take their positions. As I said, not allowed them to push up, not allowed them to get any picks, and then just retake together as a team.
And the fact is that you mentioned as well, just staying back, and they did stay back. They played from deep end on the sides, long range, not allow those Glocks to overwhelm them.
You can see that there's 4 Deagles going for the T side and 1 P250, so they're going to be looking for that one-shot potential, probably. Actually, no one going T main? Oh, no, there are people in main. I was hoping kind of for a fast peek towards connector there, but it's not really happening. Flash towards Ivy. Not connecting, and Choice actually eventually gets it with the Deagle. So that's one rifle down. And this is where it becomes sort of dangerous, because if the T's get another pick here, they can quickly overwhelm the site altogether.
Yep. We're seeing at the moment they still spread out, still looking for those openings. Choice with Deagle still looking what he can do. Even Dusty's going to come in to help, but with 4 HP. Has to be really careful, as Captain is ready for that Ivy push. As all we can see, Rav just staying, checking Pop Dog. Captain's even checking 2 positions at this time, Ivy as well as T main.
He's keeping an eye on T main just to make sure he doesn't get shot in the back, just in case an Ivy push goes through, and here it comes. 2 players towards Ivy, no kills yet. Guess the first one doesn't manage to swipe over to the other.
No, the 2 players will be left alive. Deck is going to take the second kill as well, and only Elvis will be left alive.
2 players on very low HP, so this is still doable. Deck is only with a Deagle. First kill. Will he expect the heaven play?
Yeah. He didn't. Dusty with 4 HP, he got there in the end 2 kills with that kind of HP.
So this is the first opportunity Aesthetic have to take over the game. If they take this second round and the one following afterwards, it's going to be an interesting game. There's 2 scouts going out for CTs, so probably you're not going to see too much picks. Team attack from Dusty towards, who's that, the other player, Do. He actually knifed him in the back there. Oh,
very unfortunate. With 39 HP to start off the round.
So you can already say if he gets hit with a scout, he's gone.
Yeah. It kind of perfectly works out for SkinLordz.
SkinLordz, if only they knew. Choice gets the first entry on to flush it there.
But Captain there with the answer.
Captain, as always, deadly with any scope. Let's see. You can also see that Dusty is on 6 HP, and Do is tagged up as well. So if a reset goes through now, same scenario, only towards SkinLord's way then.
Yeah. Then they can go with their ball rolling.
The bomb is still down, so Aesthetic are seems to be looking for a pick or some sort of mistake, but CDs have no reason on a 4-on-4 situation to look for any sort of information. They just need to hold the push. And as you can see, they have quite passive positions apart from the B player, which is Elvis with the UMP up close there, just in case if they come out on top, which is appropriate considering the weapon. And the bomb is going towards B, so you're going to see Elvis has to make a solid hold here.
Husky did tag 1 player, but now they push through. He's going to see the head, but Deck instantly takes him down. So now we're going to see the swarm towards the B site. The bomb will be planted 4 against 3, and there's Husky with the kill on Reese. So now we're going to see if Husky can get this player right behind the train. The timing does not work out, but he still gets the kill against Deck. And the guy with 6 HP, Dusty, going to be the last man left alive.
And this should be a done deal. Husky already picking up the AK, another AK picked up by Captain, and only Raw here remains with the scout. And he gets taken down, and Raw should actually still have time to pick up the AK.
Yeah, and it's on top. Husky's even going to drop it down, just in case. Even 2 AKs.
Yeah, so 3 AKs there. 3 weapons on CD side, which are an instant headshot.
Yeah, exactly. It's like SkinLordz, with this round victory, I think they kind of established what their game plan is. And just those players with an AK, they're just so deadly.
I feel like the T side, after a round like this, they probably feel like they don't exactly know what they should do right now. But they're going to opt in for what seems to be a fast round and some sort of a... Actually, no, they slowed down, so they're going to make it into a contact play. Seemed they were going to rush there for a second. They're going to go towards B.
The moment is going to be only Elvis there, since he has no reason to call in a rotation. And now as the players come through, they don't have any flashes to use. And this is something that oftenly happens for Aesthetic. Like they have the idea, like they have the guns and everything else, but no flash, no utility to use.
Elvis, as he was rotating, he couldn't make the call fast enough for the other connector player to come in, so they allowed them to take the site, and it's a full-on retake now.
You can see he's going to get 2 players, as now the players will run through. Ravi even going down to Reese. You can see already 2 kills from the P250 coming in. And here, Captain, he just has to find the player, and he's going to see the guy. He's going to take him down, and the player in the site as well. As only the aimer Choice will be left alive. You can see with this smoke, he can probably go out, and he has the time to go out to manage to find the bomb planter. The diffuser, and as he goes out, Husky was just...
He did have a brief second there after the smoke popped against the lower ramp there, and he should have just rushed out, probably white peaked it there and gotten the kill. He should have enough time also to step back.
Yeah, because still it was Husky still coming towards the bomb site. And now an op.
Well, let's have a look here at Dusty and see how he's going to utilize this op. He is going towards the main.
He had a good spawn. You can see, did SkinLordz just like read it perfectly? They're not heading there. I think Dusty was just seen.
They avoided giving him the entry, but was it on purpose or no? It's hard to say. Still looking for the kill there, but it's nade after nade, so he's probably not going to hang around for long. He also got spotted there. You can see the shot going through. And still a very passive game at this moment, because it's very important. Whoever loses, their money is going to be in a very bad place.
No, so it's going to be an ace set play from Aesthetic. As they're now going to move in, but now the Molotov, and here Dusty, he did aim for the right player, but he did not take the shot since he was fully flashed, and here he managed to find Captain, but now Ralph pushing forward, he doesn't even get one kill. They're trying to go in aggressively, and it does not work out, so 3 players only left alive. Then we flash, and flashed, he needs to just wait, and now the bomb plant did begin. He now will deny it, but he will go down in the process, as now Elvis did manage to find one, but as he switches out to a weapon, Choice is there to punish him for that.
Husky did make himself aware beforehand, but I don't think the T players are actually expecting him that soon from there.
And he misses the spray. He's not expecting, I guess, Choice to duck.
This is exactly what I was saying. It didn't look like they were expecting for a set play to happen, and also that fast-paced. So Husky really couldn't do much initially there. He was smoked off, and he was still expecting for a Ivy lurk. Yeah. And he was just keeping his eye on the smoke, and meanwhile, the site just got overrun. Let's see what CDs choose to do with these pistols. There's probably, you can see Route going fast towards Pop Dog and gets taken out.
This is very unfortunate. Kind of tough start for SkinLordz in this round. And here we're going to see the players now running into Ivy from connector. Elvis coming in. But with the Molotov, he's going to even push through it, but he can't find the first kill and now pushing forward. But all the players are just there, all 5 alive. They have all the angles covered. This looks like a lot better aesthetic that we've seen before.
Definitely, and you can see that they're very well aware that SkinLordz might try to make use of this smoke and Ivy and just try to make some sort of shenanigans. They were just pre-firing through, and they actually put up a boost. Can they get the player in hell position?
Husky misses the opening shot, and is already Dusty with the op, checking.
Do is flanking them, so he knows they're saving an Ivy now. Gets the first kill, and let's see if he can get the other one. Captain on 50 HP, managed to cross.
They're still going to rush him. They still want to kill him off. And that will be possible. As that takes him down 3 to 3.
Not entirely necessary, but I mean, if you can get it done, why not?
Yeah.
I don't think Captain really had a chance to pick up a weapon there anyway. And you can see that the money situation is debatable. I think CDs are opting in for another eco 5 nades, so they're going to be probably pre-nading the main position here. Yep, all nades go out.
And there's the kill. Husky gets one, looking for the next, but Deck is there with the kill back, and Choice helps as well. As he stays on Captain, they move out from the Pop Dog, and everybody just gets pissed.
Choice really saved the round there. If they've gotten the second kill into T main and managed to push their way into it, the bomb was actually also there, so it could have ended up tragically for them. You can see the ops coming out. Actually, double AVP setup for an AVP for Husky as well as for Captain, and Dusty still the only opper on T side, and to be honest, really shouldn't be 2 ops on the T side anyway. So let's just see. Dusty had a good spawn, so he's going to try to... Oh, actually, not. He's not going for the fast peak.
Yeah, he's going for the safe plan. He already gets tagged, but Elvis, he managed to find Deck. So a bit of aggression kind of working out. And here, Captain just looking if he can find anyone pushing towards B, the next guy.
Yeah, Captain definitely called for this play beforehand just to make sure they can trade out just in case, but they wanted to get a free kill and entry, and that's what exactly happened. There's a smoke and sandwich, and they've molotted off the stop sign, so they're trying to push the CTs back. Raw gets a kill on Reese.
Now they're moving forward to around these smokes. They have to be real careful. That's the bomb train there. They could be at any level. And here pushing forward. Oh, that flash perfectly works out as he takes down the upper. And he sees one more player close. And he sees the player up in heaven. He only tags him. Does not get the kill. And that leaves only Dusty alive as Flash takes him down. kind of slow from Aesthetic. If they would have run a bit faster, they
I feel like they didn't. Yeah, they didn't take a sort of a timing advantage they might have had and just quickly overrun the site. Having those 3 players of CT side stacked up on A and giving free reign for them to take advantageous positions and not do, kind of didn't manage to get a kill there, which potentially could have changed the tides for Aesthetic. Still 4-4.
Dusty did get tagged up, 44 HP, now 36 as he runs through the Molotov. And now, yeah, SkinLordz now are more focusing on the defense towards they say. So they smoke off Pop Dog. They are ready, but here is Elvis with 1 kill, and Reese through the smoke manages to find the kill back. Here's the players are sticking up. Looks like it could be an A push, since the players are now heading towards Ivy, towards main. You can see how far already Dusty is trying to get.
Again, not taking advantage of a timing. When the second smoke was deployed, he could have tried to push out and see if he can get the player there and sort of make the round happen faster. Regardless, Dusty gets a kill on Captain, so that's 1 up out of the game. Still, Husky remains with the AVP on B, just making sure nobody sneaks through and gets his other teammates backstabbed.
Ooh, and Choice clears out Ivy, so now only Flashed and Husky will be left alive. These 2 players on defense, Flash pushing forward, he will get Choice. He has to be careful. There's still 1 up in play, and Husky's checking for them. Comes out from Pop Dog, although they're already there. And there's Dusty with the kill, and Husky, he should potentially just probably save this.
Yeah, at this stage you definitely need to save it unless some miracle free frags.
Oh, he got kind of double peeked like a baited in there.
As I say, I feel like it was actually a bait. I feel like they knew he's going to re-peek, so they just double peeked him eventually. And CT's money.
Just not there. They decide even to force up.
So this is the scenario I was talking about. If Aesthetic get, I would say, another 3 rounds on T side, that's the danger zone for SkinLordz. Dusty going for a peek, but gets flashed and didn't. I don't think he got to see the player up close on Pop Dog. And Raw gets a kill.
But the only one as Dick managed to find the kill back. And let's see Husky from this close range around the blue train. When or will he even peek out as the players are now pushing forward? Could be Choice here who could get the kills. As now Husky pushes out, Choice with 1, Choice going for the second and even for the third. As Captain still managed to stay alive at 46 HP, but there's the off player. No, it's going to be Reese who's going to go down. So now the deadly duo against Captain.
Captain's on 15 HP and has only 11 bullets to do and no rifle in sight in comparison to their
and the
opponents.
Grenade. The read from Dusty. 6-4 as now SkinLordz are going to go for the full eco. At least they should. Could be some Deagles coming through. P250 for Flushed. Still looking if Rav will go for a Deagle because he is kind of the playmaker with the Deagle. He couldn't go for those crazy first kills.
I think for CTs right now, they should try to make a play, and you can see the B push is going to come through. Let's have a look how CTs are going to handle this. Captain leading the way, and they're actually not going to be greeted by anyone. There's a player down in Popdog already, and you have 4 players towards A main. They're pushing out onto A altogether. They realize this probably at this stage it was a B push, and those just
and there is the
taking in kills.
And that's going to be it. Although Dusty comes in with the pistol, he will manage to find Husky as well. And
Flushed remains.
Yeah, as the players were trying to push in from Popdog, Flush stayed in connector, and one more time, the finishing kill
Aesthetic made the correct choice. They knew that they're going to have pistols, so either they make a play on A or B. Probably better favors the A side, and then CTs managed to push B.
The factor that push can always come in, that what SkinLordz did now, because that's something that players like to do on the eco rounds.
Yeah, exactly. They knew the potential was there, so they didn't want to risk it too much, and they just opted in for. As soon as the first footsteps appeared, they just decided to go A and wait for the backstabs. Dusty again looking from T main, trying to get a kill on this red train here, but I don't think anyone has actually taken so far that position before, so he's just kind of looking for a free frag there. Flushed playing up close in Popdog. The name damaged him, so he knows there's a few people around B, but are they expecting a B play is the question. Let's see how Elvis feels about this. Yep, smoke's going down, so he's calling in for the rotation. Help is on the way.
Managed to get on train, and this player in heaven does not spot him, and he even managed to find the player. So now it's going to be Captain close range. He can potentially do a real damage here. He's going to find one, instantly hide, as now Ralph pushes out forward, and he's going to get 2 kills from this push. Dusty last man standing. He's going to miss the shot. This kind of does not favor him at all.
No, it's a very difficult position to be in, practically impossible unless he gets at least 1 free kill, if not even 2. But the enemies have the eye on him, so
And Husky did see the guy, takes him down, and there's going to be flushed even saving the op. 2 AK saved one more time. So SkinLordz, when they win the rounds, they at least get everything out from it. The AK saved, which I think is a really important one.
Perhaps slightly too eager from aesthetic side. It looked a bit rushed. That player in heaven should have seen the Eldest on the train. So I mean, it was a very dangerous situation and could have gone bad. Eventually, they did lose it anyway, but in that stage, you really want to have your eyes open.
Oh, and here Ralph did try to go for aggressive play, pushing into Popdog and losing his life to Reese. You can see he's still kind of healthy with 41 HP. Still lots of room for him to work with. But you can see SkinLordz, they're trying for the aggression, so they're trying to surprise aesthetic. Since Ralph pushed out towards Popdog, you can see Husky here, he's going to even push into the main. And so there are 2 players.
Husky has gathered a lot of information. Let's see if he can make this kill happen. Here's the player, so he's getting ready for it.
Well, he gets the timing right, he gets spotted, but he still gets the kill. You can see Dusty now with the op, he's solo here, he can't move through, and he misses the opening shot, and now Husky can easily take.
And he also spotted the bomb, so they know that the bomb is not near B, and therefore the 2 players on B are not necessarily needed at this stage in time. But you can see, is that a lurk I see on? Yeah, Do has managed to sneak his way through into the back lines, and he might surprise a player or 2 here. Just making sure he doesn't get surprised first, and let's see if he can kill the connector player off, as that's probably the biggest danger right now. Also, Bomb making his way through Ivy, and that's going to be Dusty with the AVP.
Since they have information that Husky could have pushed into A main and stayed there, Dusty instantly understands that and goes towards Ivy, plays from there where his teammates are.
Do needs to kill a player, Do needs to get Husky, and it does. Oh, sorry, that was flushed.
Oh, but Elvis takes him down there in the end, and there is Captain with the kill on Dusty. That is the bomb down. That leaves only Reese alive. The grenade won't deal too much damage. He's going to push out forward, but he will be heard, and he will be taken down.
There wasn't even simply enough time for that round to happen and go aesthetic way. Still, 7 rounds on T side, 6 on CT for SkinLordz, and I feel like they're probably a bit shaky at this stage.
Yeah.
They're trying to go for aggressive plays, but they're simply just not working out. And aesthetic seem to have a few set plays in the back of their minds, and definitely mindful of when the enemies could be on eco. It's a full buy against a full buy, and CTs have loads of nades, so they should definitely hold the early seconds of this round with relative ease. They're still looking for another pick again on the same train. They're gonna do that. HE does loads of damage. Only 19 HP remaining on Dusty here, and he still doesn't actually dies to the Molotov. Unfortunate. That was unfortunate, because in theory.
Okay, what just happened was Rav got flushed by his teammate. He was not ready for it. He got taken down. Please flushed. Managed to.
Okay, they traded it out, but a slight mishap there. As I said, it seems they're slightly shaky.
Like you can see, like those mistakes are kind of like you're thinking like, oh, we got this, and then just in a second everything changes.
They're very costly, especially at this stage. Managed to get the small flick on Flushed as he tried to pre-aim T main there.
And here, who is that? It is Husky who's waiting for the player to push through here. And they leave only Captain here on the bomb train. So long, he gets instantly taken down by Do. Husky had no information about that player whatsoever. And there's going to be Husky with the kill. He managed to get away. And now some more time just smoked off.
This is going to be a very difficult retake for C unless they push through the smoke, as Elvis just does it, and has the potential to get the other kill as well instantly.
Yeah, but Reese had no information where the players are. He didn't know that they're both where.
It was a risky play, but it definitely paid off, and it was, well, I'll call this a calculated risk. Like, okay, you had to make a play there, otherwise you're smoked off. You don't know which positions they're going to take, and you also won't know the weapons. So
yeah, and Husky was low as well. He couldn't do too much. He had the op in his hands, so
they needed to get at least 1 kill there to have at least for that dual potential to be there.
We can see the last round comes into the first half, and we're seeing Dusty with the Scout, 1 AK, Deagle, Galil, and a UMP. Was going to be the play here.
Also, props to Choice. Great rifle work on him.
Yeah. Doing a great job at the moment. 16 kills. Top fragging in the server. Elvis has stepped up his game.
Oh, spotted the player. Initially thought he's not going to get the timings at all, you know, when you have 2 people slipping by.
Now Elvis has to be careful. As the flash fades, he gets taken down. And now Flash coming out, but they have to be careful. They have the Scout, they have everything up and going and ready. And here, okay, that goes down. That was a great chance for Aesthetic to win the round if Deck was not spotted. Captain finds Dusty, so the scout player goes down, and there is Raw with one more kill. Let's see what Choice can do here. He's going to get taken down as well, and only Do will be left alive. And 8-7, I think this was the same score we saw was against Not Like This on Train, 8-7.
Yes,
I believe it was.
It was a close game. So let's see if they can make the adjustments and quickly understand what needs to be done. But for SkinLordz, I really hope that they're ready for some quick game. Because I feel like they can surprise Aesthetic with quick plays and quick action happening. If it's going to be too long, the players can find the confidence in themselves again and get it back together.
At the moment, Aesthetic, they're looking strong. On
also,
T
don't forget, for Aesthetic, they have 7 rounds and they're on CT side just now. So mentally, that's easy game for you.
Let's see if that's going to be the case. We can see Aesthetic, they're even switching things up, pushing players towards B. Apps even too. Just in case.
Refreshing to see, but the bomb is going to be towards Ivy here, and you can see 2 players lingering around T main. What's the play?
Fine first opening, but you can see 2 players will kind of focus on the Ivy right now. So Flash, he tags up Dusty. So this is kind of looking tough for him. And Dude just still patiently waiting. So SkinLordz, they don't have any kind of nades or flashes to move into the site, so they have to move in solely like this, and you can see already Dude takes 1. At least Husky did take down Dusty. And now Dude, he still has such much work to do as Husky takes him down. 3 against 3 situation. Deck, he's going to see the player from Ivy instant 1-tap into Captain. So now 2 against 3. As Elvis is now trying to move in, but there's going to be Deck with 1 more kill. And last man standing, Elvis. And from the pop dock, he had no idea the player will come through there. Though he switched his position accordingly, could potentially get some kills here, but he gets taken down by Deck. Deck, 4 kills.
Slightly unfortunate for Husky there. You can see him taking his time trying to get the kill, but just couldn't land the shot, unfortunately. Perhaps slightly something to do with the railing there on the ground. As you know, it can definitely mess your aim up, and even if you're not moving. Just didn't land the shot, and afterwards they just got overrun. So, you know.
Well, let's see if SkinLordz can win the buy round here.
3 MP9s, which calls for a close-up play, in my opinion. So let's just see if Aesthetic are ready to pick up the aggression from their own. A lot of utility used from the CT side initially to prevent some sort of push that might come through.
Yeah, and here Dude gets 1, but Elvis instantly with the kill back. Choice has now Bella up against 2 players. He's going to take down Husky. And now the second player pushing through. Won't peek out just yet. Flash, he's going to wait if he can catch anyone crossing.
He could catch a really good timing here if other players from his team are going to make themselves known on the map. Seems to be checking the corner, and Rez.
Yeah, comes from the other side, takes the player down. Captain, he has to be careful. His position is known. At least Elvis gets kill against Dusty. So 2 against 3, the pistols could still definitely work out. As Captain has managed to pull his way through, he's going to see the player, he's going to get tagged up. Elvis even takes down Choice. So the Deagles are doing some work, and here Deck now moving in, he's going to take down Captain. And Elvis, he has to get 4 Deagle kills to win this one.
Elvis very aware of where the players might be coming from, so he looks like, I feel confident in his clutching skill. He also has a flashbang, so he can try to perhaps make a quick play after planting the bomb per se, and just check some corners, check positions of CTs, and try to understand where is he going to be coming from. You can see the CT player still towards Ivy, and only now is going to be rotating.
Yeah,
so
he
going to
take a while to give this away. He has the kit, and he as well has the flash. So let's see if Deck can now move in, but you can see from the position of Elvis, he's going to be ready, and I don't think Deck can.
By now, Elvis should definitely know he's 99%. He's not coming anymore from behind, so he's already inside. And as I said, he still has the flashbang, so he's going to do a check.
It kind of pushes Elvis out, but I think now Deck knows where Elvis is exactly.
Yep.
Let's see, but Elvis drops down. The time is running out. Few seconds, and Elvis wins the round. Just like that. Bomb defuse starts.
He's going for the defuse and actually...
And Elvis, for the stats. Just for the stats, you know.
Just for the stats, but it got quite interesting there at the last second. I thought it was done round, but he actually sort of had a window there where he could even potentially win. That is Aesthetic.
Yeah, but when it was, I believe, can't remember which player it was, but he didn't have time. Even when he started to stick the bomb, it instantly was already lost. As we can see here, the A control is A site is taken as SkinLordz just moved into the site, now moving accordingly, putting themselves out there. So now we're going to see pretty interesting retake, at least try.
I'm just wondering which direction that SkinLordz are going to choose as a safe direction to go to. I feel like Ivy or T-Main should be the position where they fall back to. Even probably T-Main is best at this situation because the players in PopDog and Ivy can be very close. Husky gets a kill there as they're clearing out Ivy and taking down any players that might be winning for them.
Okay, Captain even finds choice, and those two players looks like they won't stay alive, although they're still looking for the kills, they're still looking for the economical damage. As you can see, the money for SkinLordz is just not there, but after this round, Captain did lose his life, but you can see the rest of the players. They still have some utility, they don't need to rebuy the armor.
Well, as long as they save the weapons, which is the main bit right now. If they win another round off this, the CTs are just going to be in a terrible position to be in, especially knowing that you already had 8 rounds.
Yeah. That is true. That was the case for Aesthetic. They usually have the problems to close out the game since they haven't won any games. So we still haven't seen them do that. And here Dusty will go down. Reese managed to take down one. And Choice as well moving in. And here Reese almost gets the player, but Elvis, he is on point. 2 kills, left with 31 HP. Though now the duo that's going to retake here, Choice and Deck. So it's kind of tough since now Hells goes down. Flushed at least finds the player.
Captain on low HP, so this still can happen, especially considering his Choice that's left with the rifle, and he has nades. Doesn't have a kit though. So let's see what happens as the bomb plan goes through.
Choice was trying to look and find if he can find anyone player from there, and here Captain just in the perfect position. She jumps on the train with 14 HP, manages to win it.
Well, Choice gambled there, trying to guess that the bomb is going to be planted on the side of the train, not at the very end of it, and therefore. Another point of view, that smoke is also a bit of a giveaway that it's going to be planted for PopDog.
Yeah, kind of, since
because they have 2 players remaining and one can freely take a position, you know. So.
I see stack from Aesthetic on B sites, and this looks like they will have a party going down here as now the players will move through. And Dusty with 1, Deck with a 2nd, and even the 3rd player goes down as Captain did find Choice. Now there's still 3 more players to find. The bomb is dropped down and they need to go for it. So Husky still checking if anyone's going to come from behind. I don't think SkinLordz have any idea that they're still stacked towards B.
No, I think they only think a rotation or 2 might have come in, but they're probably guessing that 1 player is still on A. They're not too sure of how far he's gotten. Do gets a kill on Captain now, and only Husky left with the AK against 3 players. 1 is tagged up and 2 pistols, so let's see if Husky can clutch it. He's very good at clutching, so I definitely wouldn't put him out of the game yet.
And he instantly finds Do. So to try to peek, trying to find some information, as you mentioned, leaves 2 pistols alone. And that
There's a minute of time still.
But the bomb is still at the same position. And here he moves out. The timing worked out perfectly as Deck was not checking, but Reese.
With the save of his teammate and saving the round for the team. So 9 rounds on the board for Aesthetic. To be honest, a bit sloppy play from SkinLordz there. They shouldn't have opted for such a fast play towards B. Because the same thing happened. They were doing the same thing before. You know, so they need to be a bit more aware of the money and what the enemy can potentially do. But still, 11-9 here. As we can see Rez pushing up into PopDog there. Trying to gain any information. The bomb is down towards main, and you have 2 players towards Ivy and 2 above PopDog, and while looking for a
double
B push.
drop down will happen, and Reese will get both. Elvis Rav goes down, Husky even finds, so they opened up the Ivy at least. So Dusty has to play from a bit different position than he wanted before. He did not see the player cross. He could potentially find someone new here. Although Reese has to be careful, he instantly gets spotted and taken down. So not only Dusty and Deck will be left alive, both players come out from the same position. So let's see, they won't be peeked, they won't be seen just yet, and I don't think SkinLordz they have the information about these players. And here Captain gets tagged by Dusty, 20 HP left. So now they can understand the situation here.
They know at least 1 player is there, and if Deck gets spotted, I don't think they're going will be able to retake this round. Dusty goes down, and Deck in a tricky position.
And flushed with 1 more. Quickly changing everything up as they did lose the Antico. Now they're gonna 1 more time.
And it's gonna be a full reset for the CT side. You can see 3 players on 1-4, actually 2 players on 1-4 and 1-6 on Deck. The other have 2K and actually 4K on Dusty. So
they force up.
They go in for a full force. They go, of course, yeah. It's a full reset, so you don't really have any other option, especially having 3 players on below 2K.
Yeah. So we're seeing not too many openings just yet. Although they did find Elvis there. He was playing from, what do you see, from the top heaven position of B. That kind of works out for him.
Again, SkinLordz are very eager to find an entry, but it's not something that should be prioritized in a round like this. You should still wait for any sort of weird shenanigans CD might be doing with the pistols.
I believe it was, yeah, Captain just tagged up Choice as he did see the legs of the player there. And now here, Husky, he does not get the headshot. Who was it on the train? Dovsty with 46 HP.
Yeah. You can see already a player out towards Electro making work with Reese in sight.
Yeah, Rav moving forward, finding one. I'm not finding the second, so Zu with 8 HP survives. And with Deagle is not going to get the kill. And only Jack will be left alive. He gets one, and there's going to be 2 players left alive. And you can see the money is kind of okay for SkinLordz, but it's very expensive for them.
Yeah, but at this stage, SkinLordz only agenda should be managing CT's money, making sure they don't get enough money to get back into the game, and they will eventually win it out. So unless tragic mistakes are made from SkinLordz at this stage, it should be a closed game. This is the stage where you start closing it.
Yeah, since you need only 3 more rounds, and let's see if Captain can find the opening here with Yop. As the player now will head up on the train, the Molotovs will come through. I don't know if Captain did see the guy, but Husky and Rob already have taken the players, and Captain there with the kill. As Choice still waiting towards Ivy, and Dick now rotating from B. So yeah, this looks like just SkinLordz just rolling away with this one. They just move inside, you can see the confidence there.
Slightly unfortunate for Aesthetics side that they got actually fully reset eventually.
Yeah.
If the money would have stayed there, perhaps, you know, that extra grenade, extra Molotov that you can throw, perhaps would have changed the tides of the game. Deck finds an entry.
Choice did kill off Rav as well. So now we can see if Captain can find anyone here. Has to be careful, players around the bomb train, and he's gonna get the kill onto Deck. And it looks like Choice, he's about to save, maybe get some exits, which would be economical.
It would be very valuable if Choice could find an AK here to pick up, at least give his team some sort of potential for a one-shot kill. Same as there's probably going to be Deagles coming out next round. Or no, CT's side money is actually quite decent. Perhaps Dofty can take the MAC-10 if he has a good spawn. He has a spawn, he can try it and quickly rush up somewhere close. Perhaps get a surprise kill.
T main or maybe stuck with Pop Dog?
Probably, actually, I would risk it and go for T main.
Yeah. And your teammates, they have flash, they can flash.
Yeah, they can flash it towards for him, and he can just make his way through and see if he can get a kill on the AVP or retrieve some sort of a valuable weapon. SkinLordz are taking their time, definitely playing it passive now. As I said, just being wary of any surprises as CTs are forced to make a play here at this stage. You can see the bomb going towards B, and let's see if our B players are ready for it.
Yeah, and Raf survives with 9 HP. That was so close.
That's the M4?
He did see where Deck was staying, and the fact that they just both stopped at the same time where you can't see anyone.
So now you can see CTs are in an interesting position. Do they go for a full rotate or no, or are they going to remain 3 on A? You can see a connector player is coming, so Rez has a feeling it's going to be B, and the call is right.
And the push will come through. The players on bottom will be seen, but he gets only 1, and Choice got killed off. Do as well the same thing as Husky did move out from the Pop Dog to take the first kills. Now Dusty with the MAC-10 didn't do too much, no aggression, just awaiting sights.
And now hoping to find a kill. Actually gets a kill and has the potential to save an AK here, which you definitely should be doing at this stage. You don't need any more kills. You just need to save this gun and give yourself some sort of a fighting chance in the next upcoming round, which is going to be very difficult money-wise for Aesthetic.
You can see Dusty kind of trying to push out forward, although he's going to get almost rushed, fully flashed even, but Rav did not decide to push through. Here, okay, easy for Rav, he takes him down 15 to 9.
Exactly, Rav knew he doesn't have the HP to take that sort of a gamble, and another kill is definitely not something the other team needs. And you can see you have 2 FAMASs, 1 scout, an M4, and a UMP going out for the CD side. Only 2 smokes and 2 flashes, so it's looking quite bleak for Aesthetic. And let's see if perhaps they can make some sort of an aggressive play and find some sort of an entry. But they opt in for a passive hold, and I feel like only because of it.
And here he sees the shadow, but Husky, even with seeing the shadow, does not get the kill. Choice misses the scout shot, but at least he knows that there are players towards Ivy. So now let's see if they're going to peek in. As you can see how far already Elvis has gotten. The smoke will come through, and there is Elvis with 1 kill. Now pushing out, there's going to be Dowsteed there. Dowsteed's not flashed, but Elvis still manages to find the kill. And now Zoo with Reese. What can they do here as Reese goes down? Zoo last man standing on A site, at least, as only now the rotation started from Zek. And he's going to be last man standing 1 against 3. Will he be spotted? He will be spotted, and there's going to be the kill. 16-9. SkinLordz still managed to get it in the end. Aesthetic did look really good actually on T side, as you mentioned, like 7 rounds. Not bad at all. And as you mentioned before, if you get 9 rounds, that doesn't mean you're wrecked.
No, you're definitely not wrecked at that stage. They put up a good fight. They put up a good T side, but for CTs, it seemed that Aesthetic didn't really know what to do and also what to expect out of their opponents, and that's probably was their downfall.
Yeah, no anti-strats, no aggressive pushes into the A main or anything that we were expecting to happen.
They weren't really prepared, and also SkinLordz, they weren't doing anything out of the ordinary that they would normally do in a game where they feel comfortable. So they were just playing solid CES, not taking too many dangerous plays. We did see initially a few unfortunate deaths on the SkinLordz side, but other than that, it's not really much else I can say in towards as their game.
So you're thinking, what will happen on Mirage? Will Aesthetic bring this one back, or is it going to be SkinLordz just continuing on?
Well, it's all about mentality. I feel like same story then goes for Mirage after seeing this map, is that if Aesthetic can get themselves rolling, they have the chance to win, but I still feel like, especially after this closing, how the game was closed, SkinLordz should have the mental upper hand, and they should just have a solid hold. And I feel like we're going to see a similar scenario as we saw it between WASD and not like this.
Oh, okay, so the second map could be
I feel like it's going to be a very confident one.
Okay, so if you want to see that, so be sure to still tune in, as we're now going to head into small commercial break, but when we come back, Mirage between Aesthetic and SkinLordz.
You spray. You're stuck. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.
good evening and welcome back to the last game of the day. SkinLordz versus Aesthetic on Mirage. We did see Train where it went 16-9 SkinLordz way, and we're thinking this should be again like SkinLordz way because they have like the confidence in.
I feel like there's even the potential for the game to go the way as eSports went against not like this. And even if SkinLordz is going to get the ball rolling early on, I feel like it's going to be a one-sided game. But same as before, if Aesthetic put up good rounds and good fight, and especially if they get that economical reset in the middle, we have a match on our hands. Because Mirage is a tricky map to play, and if you don't know how to play it, you still have the option of mixing it up. There's a few defaults that you can play off even if you don't know what's happening at this stage. So I feel like the potential is there, but I'm sort of inclined to think that it's going to go the same way as the previous matchup went.
Okay, so I think we're ready to jump into the 9th round. And what else I want to point out that I said they have played Mirage a lot of times and they always have a trouble finding a spot for Dowsty. Since he was constantly playing short and from that position he didn't do too much.
I feel like Dowsty should be utilized more towards the connector. He seems like that type of player where he should be best used somewhere there. There's good angles he can make use of, play with AVP, even with a rifle. He knows the timings right, so I feel like they should try him out there. But let's see what the game plan is here as the knives are on the way. Slight delay there for the SkinLordz side.
Okay, so they're going to be 4 against 5 since Husky is only now coming back. Let's see, Captain, how long can he survive? He cut both. And now Husky, he misses the first opening shot, but he gets Choice and still Deck to find who's going to take down who. And it's going to be Deck.
Choice only managed to tag him with the left click, so the potential was there to bring the round back, but the knives are going to go CT way, and they're going to choose to stay now. So
I'm really looking forward to where they are actually going to put Dowsty, Choice, since basically those are the two players you kind of want to rely on, although we've seen today Deck showing up, like many good kills, like with Zeagle even being playmaker. Reese as well showing up time to time. Do was kind of sloppy, but he's an in-game leader. I guess it's kind of okay.
It can be very distracting, especially if you're doing in-game leading for not that long. I know personally that it takes a lot off the game of how you perform initially. So if he's busy thinking about how the rounds are going to go out, it's forgivable. SkinLordz want to establish a dominance in the middle of the map, but they're doing with a delay just to avoid any pushes.
They don't have any flashes, so it's going to be Dowsty just purely with the USPS trying to shut down the player. Since the player from short will come kind of long way, you can see only one player from Aesthetic on A side.
This should be a fast either short or connector play. I would personally incline even more towards the connector as you can get up close and fast with those Glocks and just really get into it while the player's on B side. Husky makes presence and the push goes in for the short play.
Yeah, and it's going to be Reese here. He has the USPS ready. He's going to find the first one, the second one as well. And he's going to find the third and even the fourth. My God, Reese.
Are they going to give it to him?
Can he find it? Can he find it here?
He hears the player going forwards and back, so he knows that
he's still there.
He's still there, gives the information away, and now they're just waiting for Husky to make a move.
As this does not look too doable. I don't know if Choice just did spot the guy, and now Husky picking the other way, and Choice with an easy headshot. Aesthetic convincing, no players lost.
As you can see, they're also hyped in chat. A little word exchange there between Do and Flushed. But it seems it's all in friendly fashion, so it should be all good.
Hopefully.
Just a little eSports banter there.
Dusty this time with the scout towards middle. So first place going to push out. He already tags up Elvis. So great start. Now he's going to play checking the underground. I don't know if he's going to peek one more time. Could potentially be Reese here helping out a friend. As he now goes out, he did see both. And now with the spray, he's going to take down Rav. And only Elvis there in the middle now.
And Flush here looking for an entry on A side. Trying to find someone. Here's Do. Manages to tag him through the floor, but only removes 20 HP.
And Do with the second kill as well. Took down Husky, he took down Flushed, and now Captain with Elvis, both players in middle. And here Captain managed to get the headshot with the Deagle. Now looking towards connector, and one more as he gets Choice. So 2 against 2, the one will be picked up, and they can now easily go to one side. And Aesthetic, they won't gamble, they won't go both towards one side.
Exactly, and I don't think the CTs would want to take the risk of holding A side up close. So there is the potential for Captain to try to look for this entry on A, which they're seems to be doing slowly now. And as knowing how much experience Captain has had, I would expect a player either to play stairs or CT ticket anyway, especially if it's Du who was previously on A, and if they have the information about him being tagged up.
But the fact that Du is now waiting in the CT kind of allows him just to stay hidden, and when he's going to hear the bomb plan, he can possibly even deny it.
There is the potential for there, but I don't think he's going to take that risk with 23 HP, not knowing where the other player is. And Deck actually finds Captain as they're trying to cross towards the side. The bomb plan goes down.
And easily for Du, as Elvis was really low. And I don't know, why did they choose for him to plant the bomb? The low guy.
Well, the other CT player had the cross for the plant, so they know if they're going to cross towards CT to clear out perhaps CT and then get a safe plant, the information is going to be there, and Du would have stricken there and then.
It was a great setup now to see if the force buy will be any good for SkinLordz. His captain is now waiting for someone to come through or to get an early peek. He did see a player, but he kind of missed his opportunity to take the kill there.
Yeah, CTs are not overextending too much, just trying to find early information for any hard pushes that might come out. And there's a battle in middle now between Dusty and 3 enemy players. Dusty flashes out, has one player flash, but doesn't find a kill just yet.
Reese did find Elvis, now he's going to look for one more, but kind of heads out, and it's going to be now Dusty pushing out, finding it off, and finding, I believe, here flashed as well as Husky. He's going to be the only guy standing alive. At the moment, very convincing, and for the first round went 5 players left alive, 2 players left alive. Now it looks like it could be one more time, 5 players left alive for Aesthetic.
I'm really excited to see the first AVP battles, and just want to see how SkinLordz are going to utilize it on the T side, because there's so many players on who can make use of it on T side. Actually, all of them could actually potentially pick up an op, so they can make use of good spawns towards middle or A, try to get a fast pick and play off of that, which was something that they'll most likely try to do.
And Husky with one more kill. He's going to look for Reese, but he can't take it. And the fact that I like how Captain as well, he's the guy who's going to be moving around with the op. He's not going to be static.
Oh yeah.
So basically like the T ramp push out and out with the op, just surprising the enemies. And here already comes out the op, so I want to see where he's going to Captain.
Well, the spawn is not the best, but he can still definitely make work of it in middle, and he potentially try to get a connector kill, or even, is he going to try to pre-peek window? No, he's waiting for the cross smoke and only work after that.
And now it was Dusty who was spotted, I believe, and Dusty did see Captain as well. So now the op won't work out that well. 3 players towards middle.
Does Dusty dare to peek this? He does.
He will. But he does not take the kill. And here he's going to see the player. He misses the shot. It really went through the legs.
Not really entirely sure how that missed. It looked on my screen, so a bit unfortunate there.
And he loses his life. He runs into 3 players. And here Choice takes down 1 and even tags up to 15. And now it's going to be Reese here playing from short. They can do all the damage here. Pushes out, sees the guy. Now he's going to get pushed, but he managed to get away. But we can see he's not going to be too happy about this one, since already Du has taken down Husky. And middle is still taken by SkinLordz, so they can still decide whether to go towards A or B.
SkinLordz sort of tried to make a push towards B site, but it seems that they remembered at the last moment that the bomb was left behind, so someone had to fall back and someone got picked off during that process, which is a bit unfortunate. So now they have to really group up together and see if they can force their way into the site, as obviously there's going to be 2 players there, 1 inside, 1 close by, if anything goes wrong, and it is going to be a B push.
And just flashed position is just so perfect for any kind of rotations that are going to come in.
Flash and Evita has the potential of jumping into window and going behind in kitchen afterwards if he hears the last man leaving, but the last player is far in CT stairs, so it's going to be a long wait. He can only do that if Raw and Captain here get a free entry into site and a kill.
Okay, he's going to be flashed with the kill back as Captain didn't go down. Reese with 1 kill. Flash is going to find the player. Now he just has to plant the bomb as the time is running out. He'll do just that. And 1 player will come from short, 1 will come from the kitchen. And let's see if Flash can take these players down, as he's going to go for the battle, but he's going to lose it to Du, who's left with 8 HP, and Aesthetic still strong. 4 rounds. Just as you mentioned, like if you take the 4 rounds, then there is still potential, as now it's going to be an eco for SkinLordz.
Exactly. So they're starting to get into SkinLord's head. I'm sure there's going to be a few commentaries going on and in between themselves currently as to how the rounds are being played out and how people are being picked off. Especially you saw, as you saw previously there, player just died in the process of the whole game plan changing, which is probably the worst timing where it can happen. And now they're on what do they have? 2 Deagles, 3 CZs, and a bit of utility, so they might go for a set A play here, and one person is going to go towards middle just to give some presence and see if he can get a lucky kill with the Deagle. Sorry, not a lucky, skilled.
Skilled, exactly. So we're going to see 3 players in Palace, and Flush is setting up for, okay, Flashes. Now they could potentially move out. They will move out and do not come play with the op. He won't see anyone pass, but now he sees the players coming into the site, and he still hasn't found one, and he's going to find Rav there. So for now, the players have to be careful. Elvis still on the side, but Zoo comes out just at the right time to take him down. As for now, again, 5 players left alive for Aesthetic. No one has gone down just yet. Maybe I speak too fast, but you can see Flash here going down. Captain 15 HP.
Yeah, you can see it's a very solid hold from Do, even though that first initial moment probably was slightly surprising for him, as he initially was sort of peeking house, then not, and as he was not checking, 2 players already were out on balcony, one was already inside and one was coming out from Tetris, so he jumped up, saw 4 players there and had to really get those kills in the default position there, which is good because they denied the plant. There's no chance of a person sitting in Ninja and then afterwards picking someone off from stairs.
Everything worked out just like they imagined. So now let's see if Captain can find maybe a 1 kill. Even 1 kill could do something here. You can see the money is not there still for Aesthetic.
I feel like Captain is even trying to bait someone into pushing so he can get a free weapon here.
And he's gonna miss the shots, and Reese will take him down.
Didn't really have the HP to fight with an M4 in that distance, but...
So at this point, should they go for double up?
SkinLordz.
They're even gonna go for all AKs. Not even think about it.
I think this is the correct switch up. I don't think SkinLordz should invest into AVPs for a while now. They should just try to play all rifles, understand that it's not happening. As for CT side, you actually suit 2 AVPs out, which is not common in Mirage. Only certain teams can pull it off, so it's a big money investment, and let's see if they can pull it off, as Dusty previously hasn't had huge success so far with the AVP, just unfortunate timings, and as I said, I still think he should have gotten that kill there.
Yeah, for sure, because it was on point. And now with the flash, they are not moving into connector because Choice was fully flashed. That would have been a free kill there. And here he sees a player on short. He's not being checked. Even player pushing in. He's going to get one more. What is this? Where is the information for SkinLordz?
There's just no trade. There's nobody. There should be a person peeking him from short to make sure that the other player can pass into short, as well as the person going into a connector has some sort of cover. Instead, it was just free backs for Choice there.
Well, at least Husky has gotten this one back to 2-on-2.
As well, the kill for Elvis goes through, so we now have Dusty and CD stairs with the AVP.
Oh, and this one from SkinLordz. We can see, so they're heading now towards B sites. Let's see how the timing works out. Will Zek rotate fast? Maybe he won't. He now rotates towards B site. So he has some idea.
Zek understands that they could go B now, and they could be very close. Actually, they opt in to split, not stay together, tease that is, and it can pay off immensely as long as the person in B apps, which is going to be Elvis, can pass Deck here.
If Husky can now find Deck. The timing, Deck finds Elvis.
And that is the bomb also.
There's all the information that you need. And let's see, he's going to be seen, and Husky with 10 HP now. Can he win this one? He can't. Deck, he's going to manage to find the last 2 players. And 6-0 for Aesthetic.
So, bit of a plot twist there, as I said. And it's definitely, at this stage, it's becoming a mental game.
Yeah.
It's becoming a mental game of who can hold themselves back and who can put themselves out the most where necessary. You can see for T's, 1 CZ4 AK is a bit of utility there. Not the greatest in the world, but definitely workable, especially if it's a set piece. They're going to be towards middle. And I feel like SkinLordz should really try to make a strong connector push here, which seems to be what's going to happen.
Yeah, as the player from short Reese, he can't do too much. He's all the time being checked, even now grenades throwing in and the smoke. So let's see, Choice, will he hear anything? The player towards connector, you can see here it's going to be Elvis who finds Do. Great move there. Now he still has to find the player in the connect. Oh, in the Tetris, he finds Choice as well. Elvis opens up the site, left alive with 2 HP. And now let's see what's the take is how the take will go.
I don't think Flush knew initially he has the bomb. Yep, just found out, and then continued applying pressure towards that jungle area, as it's very key for the CT to retake.
Oh, and Dusty just missed the shot, and he has no idea that Elvis was just on those fireboxes. And here Elvis just with 1 more kill, 4 already. as Reese, he's looking basically at this point for exits.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Exits.
So all SkinLordz needed to do is just elves, you know.
Yeah, just let him loose with an AK. But you can see they have picked up the off SkinLordz, so there's probably going to slow down next round and going to play a more classical approach than it was before. But I still feel like if they could continue overwhelming their opponent's aesthetic in this case with such aggressive AK play style and just push into a single direction and just have a lurk or two around, but 3 players holding together as a group, I feel like they could break aesthetics mentality now. And you can see that for aesthetic here, only Reese really needs a drop. So
this is basically if aesthetic now lose this one, they'll be on eco next one. So SkinLordz, they have to make this one work.
They have to make use of this, and I really hope that Captain is on point with the AVP today, as so far I don't think we've seen anything too exclusive from him. And
there is Dusty, who has been showing a really good op skills at the moment, and even Reese going down here on short, and here Dusty missing the opening shot, but he gets pushed.
Raw jumping in. Elvis jumped into the window as simultaneously Raw went through CPL, and now they're just cleaning out jungle and applying pressure onto A side. There's only a single person there, which is doing. He's going to go down to Husky, on only Deck remains. And as you can see, what SkinLordz are doing now are just looking for a single opportunity, which seems some sort of vulnerability, and then they decide to go all in and just capitalize on that. And the CDs are not ready because they don't think that the Ts are going to play such an all-in game style.
Yeah, and the fact that they kind of fast realized that I at least hope that that was the realization point there, that Dusty, like the upper, they need to shut him down fast because he's doing a lot of work, and they instantly just swarm the window and just play from there.
If they shut off jungle and they clear out window, they know that there's so little room space for CTs to go through. It's either short or CD stairs, and the person in CD stairs usually plays passively. Husky just giving out kills.
Yeah, even the third one as well, as Rav did go down. Steady decided to push towards middle, and there's going to be Captain going down. They really didn't have the information about these players here. It's going to be Elvis with the kill, and Dusty to kill back. You can see this is an expensive round.
It's a very expensive round, and potentially dangerous one where luckily you had Elvis in underground, and he could have killed the player in middle, but they could have retrieved the op there, and that could be a different story. Not saying necessarily they might have won the round, but even if saving the op, that's a lot of money to save, you know, and it's being on the brink of eco, definitely worthwhile. SkinLordz still opting in for the AVP plays. Let's see, as
Captain even went for glass cannon.
Huh. Interesting point. So he can't really fiddle around with it too much. He's going to be playing.
Flashed loses this angle. He was waiting for aggressive palace push, and he lost it there. And now Ellis pushing forward. Okay, this is just a kind of sloppy from SkinLordz at the moment.
They were sort of looking for entries, but I don't think they were calculated risks that were taken. It was literally just a risk and see if it works out. But you can make one of them, and then afterwards group. You shouldn't really devote 2 people to make such risky plays, because it can ruin the whole round, and that's really what's happening right now. I mean, looking at the money SkinLordz have.
The timing was perfect. Husky just like baited basically, baited Dusty, but there is do.
I was about to say that even they should realistically even consider a save there off that, just to have a full buy now. And 2 players losing their lives, you can see that the next round is not going to be the best in the world. They have 3 rounds in a row, which is good news. But definitely could have been better if they wanted to make some sort of a nade-heavy play in the next round.
This is now the utility could be potentially low, lower than expected.
Captain's still trying to make this happen. He feels like he can do it, and he knows that they're mostly going to be split 2-2. I think he got spotted there.
Yeah, he did, and here he had no idea the choice is going to be that close. He was not ready for the player to be short, weirdly enough. And you can see now 7-3, and let's see the buy. So this could maybe even be better for SkinLordz, since they won't have that op, and with the AKs, and we can see it probably could be Elvis.
As I said before, they just need to throw away the AVP for T-side for now. It's not working out for them, and they shouldn't go back to it. They should just continue playing rifles, and I feel like they should try to put more pressure on B, because they haven't been doing much so far. It's been strong mid-presence, and then afterwards either a person trying to get into connector, and afterwards perhaps going back into short. There's also no real delayed lurks towards A. As you know, people like to walk out from A apps and get a free kill on CT or Firebox. Up close connector, Husky.
Reese missed this spray, and you can see now Deck, he has moved pretty close. Dusty at least found flushed, and now the push will come through. And Deck, almost with a smart play, it was Rauch who did check that corner.
Husky with the lurk finds the jungle player, so they know both CT players are stuck in kitchen now, and Husky is behind them also. They're locked in. Actually, Husky retrieving there, changing up his position not to get caught out, as every bit of money counts right now. And Dusty with the op, doesn't look like they're going to be going for it. Yep, it's going to be a save.
Oh, okay, Do will go down, and Dusty, yeah, as you mentioned, he's going to save it, because like even that one op can make a difference.
Correct.
And he even finds Husky.
Husky was going for the kill, and correctly so. He knew that the player is going to be coming back from CT. He just wanted to be in front of him. But Dusty with a very good peek, and actually in an instant kill gets Husky out of the game. Let's see. I'm just interested about the nade situation, what's going to happen on T side. I feel like they can actually try for a fake A side take. Okay. And utilize their smokes that way and then hit B. I feel like that Aesthetic are so much on their nerves right now that they would probably call for a quick rotation, but not the right call currently, as obviously there's a money reset going on, so they have 1 AVP, a Deagle, and 3 P250s. Let's just see what Dusty is going to do with this.
Okay, they decided to clear out Palace first. And let's see if Husky realizes what's happening here. As you can see the first play, but Reese wins this duel. As now the set play will come through, Elvis moving in, he's going to find the first play, but there's still one more player close. Did see Trime running away, and there now the headshot will come through. You can see Rav, he is low. Although they're still decking the site with a Deagle, and he's not going to find the kill, and Dusty is going to be the only man left standing.
Still waiting for a connector push, but he should realize that the T's know CTs are on eco, and therefore there's not going to be a lot of people hanging around, and there's not really much point for a lurk. They're probably going to be stacked and eventually actually gets taken out here. Now, did they pick up the op?
They did pick up the op.
Captain,
they pick it up.
Give it to someone else.
You're thinking Captain would be
I feel like someone else just needs to have a shot with the AVP. I don't think Captain
Husky
feels it today.
Husky.
Yeah, I feel like Husky could be on point.
A secondary opera for SkinLordz. Now let's see Dusty, he pushes out aggressively. He's going to see the first play, but instantly go down as now Reese. Okay, they don't even realize what's happening there. The player is in middle. Tech did find flushed, but that was it there. So 3 against 2 very quickly as both teams decided to be aggressive towards middle. Choice was spotted, and Choice gets the kill. 19 HP left, he's now going to get pushed, and there's going to be a kill against him. Deck, he now has to rotate, and if he goes through here, you can already see what's going to happen.
A very quick round coming from SkinLordz. It was only still a minute 20 on the clock as the bomb was being planted, and only 1 CT player remaining, so props to them. This is the aggression I was talking about. They need to show that heavy initiative where CTs are afraid to peek and afraid to get these initial kills that set off SkinLordz, because I feel like on T side, on Mirage, for SkinLordz particularly, there is a slight mental block if you lose a player early. It can be difficult for them.
That could be the case, since then the rotations are a lot more tougher, the movements around the map. But this could be one more time the case like before, and here, SkinLordz just continuing on what they've been doing for the past few rounds.
They should continue doing this at a steady pace. Choice looking to get a kill there, can't really get one. Meanwhile, Reese finds a skill on Husky and retrieves the AK. He also has an armor.
And now Captain takes down Zoo, and now Reese, he has to know where the operator is. He's going to get tagged, and this just calls for a save.
Definitely save at this stage. Elvis finds Choice, and for Reese, well, you're lucky to find an exit kill, but probably should just hide.
Yeah. See what's his route. I do think, although they still have like 20 seconds to hunt him.
If he sits in A apps, he can play around the players. Because for the T's to check out A apps, excuse me, they literally have to check every corner, and it's a very dangerous job to do alone. And as you can see, they're not devoting 2 players for it. Therefore, Reese probably will save this easy.
And now we're going to head into the last round of the first half. We're going to see a buy round for Aesthetic. Let's see if Dusty goes for the glass cannon, as he did before. Actually, Reese decides to drop it for him. Reese did have the money.
AVP still on Captain, as you can see. Captain and Flushed, they're not really performing currently, but they might just be tired from all the hard work they put in train.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's see, it's going to be an 8-8. This time Flash is going to play the role to take off the attention towards middle. He's going to be instantly seen and taken down. So they have the information now that the players are in middle. But that kind of puts, you can see, 4 and even 5 players middle if deck now rotates towards the A side.
It's a perfect read from Aesthetic. Let's see if they can actually capitalize on that and win these duels. Choice gets the initial one Molotov, prevents from being overrushed. Captain and Husky trading out with Choice and Dusty.
Yeah, and here Captain did find Reese. He was on the top like a smoke, running around the smoke to find a player, and I don't think they have information about deck. Although Captain just peeks it, and deck still is going to win that duel.
The timing was there. Captain probably just checked for safety's sake. Wasn't really expecting a player there, and deck can't really blame him. If you rush it too fast, you're going to give yourself away too early. And Aesthetic pick up the round, and it's 8-7. So
they win the half. They look kind of okay, but like those when SkinLordz go with the fast rounds, they just crumble. They can't find anything. Yeah. And I'm surprised SkinLordz didn't do that more often.
Well, interesting point. Let's see if it's the same story other way around. So let's see if Aesthetic makes fast plays, if SkinLordz can hold it or no. Because currently, I wouldn't be too happy about it. Being in SkinLord's position, having only 7 rounds at this stage on Mirage, where you can get definitely a lot more, something like 9-6, then I would feel a bit more comfortable. It's a bit nerve-wracking at this stage. But you can see 2 players towards B, and it's going to be a bait-and-switch play, as Captain and Elvis are up on balcony, just looking to see.
Oh, instantly Dude goes down. No, sorry, there was Dude taking the kill. Choice with 2 kills, and here Husky has to do a lot of work. He's missing the first opening shot, but he gets Dude and Reese both, as only no Choice will be remaining. Flash can now rotate. You can see he's already here. If the bomb will be planted, they have the defuse kit. So for now, let's see if Husky can even find a player, and will Choice even peek out. He's still looking for the kill since this is the first round. There's no reason to save here. You can see at SkinLordz they have taken such a passive positions.
In Choice's place, I would probably fall back just a bit to make them think that there's the potential of you leaving, therefore they need to take more passive advantages.
And they both rotate away.
Huh.
Okay, Flash is still checking. And let's see if Choice is going to check that position. He was seen, he's looking for the headshot, he can't take it. And Husky, he's going to play from short. But he's taking such a long time. He already had like only 1 player towards that site.
Yeah, Choice definitely should have felt that there's only 1 person there and should have tried to push for a play there. Even though the time was on his side, now making himself known again, and Husky had the time to rotate back, it's just unwinnable situation, really.
Yeah, and they played perfectly. Just bait the Choice out.
And eventually, well, I think Choice was slowly running out of bullets there as well.
Yeah, USB, yes.
I think even switched the USB somewhere in the middle there for a different one. So
let's see, now it's going to be 8-8. We did mention that SkinLordz, at least on the train as well, the second half was way more better for them as they were on CT side. And here one more time on CT side.
5 deagles for the T side.
You can see what's already happening. It's kind of working out. Husky will find Reese. There's still 2 more players towards middle.
Flush taking a risk there slightly, peeking against 2 deagles top middle there with no flashes asked. So worked out, but might have switched around and biting back.
Could have been calculated risk, you know?
Perhaps. I really hope so. I hope he's not getting reckless.
Yeah.
You can see Choice here just trying to find a head in window. Doesn't get the timing right now, being spotted by both players. Is he going to be pushed down?
Yeah, Husky will take the kill. 3 kills for him, and at the moment Husky top fragging for his team, 19 kills, on the other side Choice with 14. You can kind of see it. And those players, they are moving aggressively.
Yeah, interestingly, you can see that Dusty is sort of on the bottom of his team with 9 kills at the moment, but I would say his kills have been very impactful so far if he gets them. So I wouldn't really count him out, definitely out of the game just yet. But as you can see, the T's are going to go towards A apps as well as 1 player from pit. Probably just going to give them a flash. Oh, no, they don't have a flash. They're just running
They just flashed in. They did flash in.
Oh, they did, yeah.
Husky to kill. Flash even burns down Dusty, and now the spray from Husky. Can he get kills? It's going to be rough helping out the friend. And Dude, the player who was supposed to push out into the ramp, He's only now heading that direction.
Not really sure what Do was waiting for. It's not like there's going to be a backstab at that stage. You should have just run out. I would have preferred for Do to run out first, just to get like a single crosshair off A-apps, if that's the case, and allow them
at
to
that point, even when
side.
they're starting to push in, was only like flashed waiting in the jungle window room.
Yeah.
And only one player, I believe it was Husky, just waiting in CT, so they had a great chance there to deal a lot of damage.
And you can see Flushed picking up the auto sniper, giving a bit of a get right vibe there, looking towards a ramp with the auto sniper. You can see the T players are all collected up in middle.
I bet that Husky already gotten the opening kill on Do. Kind of worked out here. Okay, Captain, he did see Dousty. What a great smoke for him to use. Terrorist, I'm guessing, kind of failing it. As here now Husky will come out from under, takedown choice. That is the bomb. And that should be it for this round, as Deck is going to be the only guy left alive.
It wasn't really clear from aesthetic sides what sort of a play are they trying to make. They had the big group of terrorists on top middle, but it wasn't really getting from there. They sort of misplayed the smoke in window, which Captain took advantage of and got a free kill off that, and then eventually they got traded out. Deck still fighting and finds a kill on Raw, but gets shut down by Husky, who's already up close in connector.
Yeah, and Flushed, no luck, no kills just yet. It's usually like you put this kind of a like auto sniper towards B. Just hold the halls. Yeah,
you can put him alone on B, but same story. He was on A CT stairs, so he can definitely fend off like an A apps push, or even potentially the slope out if the players are not quick enough. You can see that the T's are again grouping on A, and Flushed actually should have some work here. He's switched up in jungle. The smokes go through as the T's started coming out.
And here the flash, perfect timing as Rav takes down even 4 players.
He's hunting for the ace.
Yeah, this is just amazing. And he gets it through the smoke.
Yeah.
Through the smoke, my God.
Excellent hold from Raw. Really have nothing more to add. They just got cleared and white. Dousty picking up the AVP again now. First time for T side to have an op. And I just want to spectate him here for a bit and see what sort of a play he's going to. He's going towards...
Okay, so they're being defensive about this one.
They're going to be defensive about this one. Yeah, they feel like SkinLordz might be taking it to the next step and try for a middle push, which is not uncommon in this situation. Also, not something that you can really predict, but they're just being cautious. Elvis just shuts out choice.
Yeah, aggressive push. This is the second time it works out for SkinLordz. Like, it still feels like they're not completely expecting them.
The bomb is towards A, so there's only one T player lurking around the middle, and they're not really paying that much attention. SkinLordz, they're not paying that much attention to middle right now, as they know that probably they're going to go for a set piece again or something of the kind, as mid presence is really not there.
Yeah.
And, well, going into B, you can see B apps are pushed in. They know they have the information. They know it's A.
Flushed even against Dousty. There is now Rav trying to look for kills, but the player from Palace pushed out. He was not ready for that. Husky managed to find two. There's going to be also Reese going down, and only Deck. He was good before, but he takes down only one. And Flushed with 2 kills with that nasty bot gun.
Flushed putting up the constant damage. That's the danger of having an auto sniper. It's not necessarily the kill potential as more as how much damage, how quickly can it do, and consistently.
Just tag, just tag up the players when they move in. Almost like a Molotov. You know? In a way.
In some sort of a strange way, almost like a Molotov, I agree. So you can see Dousty on the CZ now because of his huge investment in the previous round. Barely any utility.
Towards the ASA. Let's see Husky. Oh, sorry, that is Elvis who managed to find Reese.
But they sell a fake off of that. Now let's see if the T's can make advantage and quick play of it. If the player in A apps, does he know? Flushed is suspecting something, so he's sticking around and he's saying it's not happening fast enough, and they know that something ain't right.
So they're gonna head 2 players through connector, and 2 players, like one from Ramp, one from Palace. This could work out, but they're so spread out. I think SkinLordz will have the chance just to like clear them up.
Elvis being boosted in short, and this is going to help out immensely with the connector hold. As you can see, the heads of T players, they're not expecting it, and Elvis gets 2 kills off of that.
Perfect boost.
Now let's see if T's could have read potentially that Husky was there as well, and he's going to late rotation. Choice is checking his behind, so not really sure why. You don't Perhaps some sort of miscommunication going on there, as back shouldn't really be a potential there.
Two goes out, but he's going to get taken down. So now let's see if Choice can hold. This one's going to see the first place and taken down, and the second one as well. They had no idea where to look. Choice with 4 kills, clutches it for his team.
Props to Choice for going instantly for the second kill, as most players would instinctively try to fall back into A-apps and thus allowing for CT to start playing mind games with the taps on bomb. Choice just feels it and decides to go for both kills, and then he's going to go and lurk Palace towards A, as the other remaining T players are going to take middle control and 1 player towards B. So pretty default round coming from Aesthetics so far. They don't have much utility, so they just need to see what they can find without it and then try to push their way in. Molotov going down in underpass.
Okay, so Captain together with Elvis, they get 2 kills already. So let's see, can they find anything else, as Dusty misses the shot. And he's still looking for it. One player coming out from underground. Husky was ready for it. There's the kill.
Look at Raw. He put a deep smoke towards A ramp and just wanted to see if there's any set smokes going out towards A, giving the information that there's nothing much happening. And the bomb is rotating towards A, but not entirely sure what they could even accomplish at this stage.
Choice can get a free kill, but there's going to be Flushed helping and saving a friend. Now Dusty moves out, but there's Flushed with the next kill, 14-9.
And this is what I mean. Give the AVP to someone else.
Okay.
Like, you have a full team of AVP players. Yeah. Anyone can pick it up. Even Raw can pick up the AVP. I've seen it happen countless times. So if someone's not feeling it, they should just try to switch it up if they necessarily do not want to give it up. Yeah. But in my opinion, it's still on T side. They should have just given up completely on the op and continue with their aggression early on.
It worked out before.
Yeah, for sure. As you can see, economically, well, Aesthetic is in a horrible place. Probably the worst place to be in when you're 14-9.
Oh, yeah. Because I think they kind of... It feels like, it even looks like they kind of feel themselves that the game is over, in a way.
They're not as eager, they're not as aggressive they should be. And you can see Elvis just cleaning house with the M4. Captain gets a kill as well.
And just 4K for Elvis there in the end. Like, 2 players on SkinLord's side will soon get 30 bomb. That's just... Yeah. You can see that they were ready for this one. The game against Not Like This, when they went 0-2 against them, it was, I guess,
actually
kind of
their scores are identical at the moment. Both have 28 kills, 3 assists, and 14 kills. So Elvis and Husky really switching it on here and just want to close it out and erase any doubts that anyone might have had, including me. Actually, seeing the initial half score, I thought we really have a game on our hands, but you can see SkinLordz just shutting down time after time. Yeah. Aesthetic. Even though Choice finds, with the help of Dusty, a kill on Elvis.
Husky's going to wait into the smoke while the flash was there. And he's going to wait for the push. He's not going to be too impatient. He's going to wait for the guy. He got pushed. And now, Reese did know what's happening, as he just runs and stops into the smoke.
Dusty making the correct call, pushing into connector, finding the player on a slope. And they do have the sight now. They should really take their positions quickly, as... there's going to be a CT going through T-spawn and another CT is going to be coming through connector. So it's a very decent split, but you can see Dusty's position in deep CT could really ruin it. Captain finds a kill on Aesthetic. Oh, sorry, excuse me, Reese.
Exactly. But for now, it doesn't look like the best retake for SkinLordz. Looks more of, okay, Captain gets Choice, and Rav goes down to Do. And from behind lines, okay, this could even be doable. 15 seconds left. Captain, he's going to go for it. Let's see what Do can do about this one. 26 HP on Captain. He's going to rush out forward. Does Captain really have no idea that he's in CT? Now he's going to check, but Do with the no-scope.
Slightly not enough time. I feel like another 5 seconds and there was definitely a heavy kill potential there, but Do just lands a great shot onto Captain, even though a very, very solid attempt. Didn't look like much initially, but they got only 1 player survived on the T side. Do managed to save the AVP, but there's still a Galil on their side, as well as a CZ, and only 2 AKs with barely any utility. And you have Flushed again on the auto sniper rifle, as well as Husky on the AVP, so they're still going to be looking to close it and close it.
But here he does not miss Do, but he should know now that there's 1 player towards short, and he could be pushed, and he hears that. So now he's going to tag the player up. Reese solo, and only Dusty with Choice will be left alive. Choice here, he has to be the playmaker here. He has to open up the site, or even probably go towards the bomb at this point. As Dusty goes down, Choice 1 against 4.
He should have already been approaching bomb, to be honest, at this stage, because if you're going to make a play and try to win it, you need to have the bomb on heads, and Flushed just shuts him down, not really leaving any options there. But still, a very solid game, 16-10, definitely a lot more than I was expecting beforehand coming from Aesthetic. As I said, I even mentioned I thought it's going to be a full wipe, but again, so the Aesthetic have the surprise potential. The problem is that they cannot really keep up with what's happening after the enemy team finds out what they're doing, and they cannot make the adjustments correctly, or at least fast enough, because the kill potential is there. They can play AVPs. They can even, as we saw, they can make set plays. So I really think that with just a little bit more work put into their playstyle, as well as probably communication-wise, because it seems that there's not enough information at some time, they could make a huge improvement.
Yeah, definitely. And so for now, we can check out the standings. As we can see, BESL Sports now at the top. With 30 points.
As well as Vortex following up with what we see is 26 points. And SkinLordz is currently in third place with 23, dropping down Team Refuse to fourth place with 22 points. So SkinLordz definitely are feeling good about it. Yeah. As well as they're looking to...
Well, I can't remember who they have to play, but they have played SkinLordz, they have played BESL Sports, they have played against Team Refuse.
Yeah.
So they still have, I believe, they don't have like the top opponents now at the standings. So I think SkinLordz, if they continue on to be consistent and don't just throw games or have any kind of other issues, I think SkinLordz are looking pretty good here.
Well, essentially, I think SkinLordz just need to quit fooling around. I still feel like they're hoping at some stage to get an easy win on someone, and it's just not going to happen. You just need to approach this very seriously. And as I said, even being where they are, we know all that individually they're great players.
Yeah, definitely.
But playing in a team set, I feel like Husky is really key in keeping it all together and being a bit of a control freak.
It happened last week. They lost the first game and Husky was not there, and they got almost demolished by not like this.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can see a Husky is a key player there, and I know when he's there, there's order in place, but when he's not there, this is what I mean. Yeah. You can easily have inner clashes, and SkinLordz are in a good position where they are right now, don't get me wrong, but they really need to have a strong grip on it. Yeah, as for Aesthetic, all I can say is learn. There's so many adjustments you guys need to make, but still the potential is there.
The players are good, and
the players
showing up today.
I can already say the players are not the problem. The players are not the problem in the team. They can remain as a team and continue doing good work. It's just grinding at this stage.
Yeah, so we're seeing the standings, and as well, we could probably check out the schedule, what we saw this week. And what we saw today, we're seeing that we saw Vortex against Malco, so 2-0, we already talked about that one.
Yeah.
Vortex still on the roll, everything is fine. Refuse beating Sply 2-0 as well, kind of expected since Team Sply are in the slump, as we said.
For Team Sply, I think they should visit like a church or something and get blessed, because I don't know what's going on with the unlucky strike that they've been having. On paper, they shouldn't be where they are, put it that way.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're seeing HGR eSports versus Baltic State, which went 1-1, close games, looking pretty good, and Baltic State just looking stronger and stronger by the week. Of course, they did drop the map against HGR, but HGR did also take the map against Refuse.
Yes.
So I'm guessing it's not that big of a deal for Baltic Elite, and they're still in a pretty good spot.
The Baltic Elite have definitely the potential to advance, and as I said before, if they keep learning from their mistakes as they've gone throughout this tournament, they will eventually very quickly advance. I think even themselves, they would be slightly surprised of how quickly they can learn.
Okay. And then today we saw on BESL Sports, it's not like this. The first map went 16-10 on Train, and then 16-3 just complete crash on Cobblestone, which was not too much to talk about. Not like this, just can't get anything against them.
Well, for not like this, it was definitely the second map loss was a mental game. You can see that they just gave up. The aggression was not there that was necessary, and without aggression, you're not going to get a pick. And if you're a team that relies on picks, thus the result 16-3.
Exactly. And then, of course, we saw just now SkinLordz versus Aesthetic. Our predictions were correct.
Well, it's a 2-0. It's definitely not as fast of a 2-0 I thought it's going to be. So Aesthetic have put work in and have put in, did throw off SkinLordz for some amount of rounds, but eventually they broke through.
Okay, so that concludes the schedule, and that concludes the CSGO week, the week number 6. We're going to meet again in week 7. Veneficus, how did you like casting here?
How did I like casting? Well, for a first-time experience ever, I feel like it went well. Hopefully, I didn't make too many mistakes, and who knows, I might be back.
Exactly, and one more thing I want to remind, please be sure to check out Hypertone Pro website, all about the LAN events, the tickets, everything is there, the same about BSL.pro, all the stats and everything. You can see who's at the top at the moment, who's the best headshotter, who has the most clutches, everything is there. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel just to be sure that you don't miss any action. But for today, that is it. I'm MV.
I'm V.
And let's see you next week. And be sure to tune in tomorrow for League of Legends Day with a twist.
With a twist.
So be sure to do that. Bye.
I can never forgive Lattelecom for murdering our mother.
I've been cooperating, you're just not listening.
You're not listening to me.
Pasaules top seriāli. Skaties visas sezonas uzreiz visos tavos ekrānos. Shortcut films. Tikai €6 mēnesī. Shortcut. Tu redzēsi. You spray. You awkward. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.